Hi, my name's Sue Ellam and I'm a professional tarot reader, and I have been for 25 years, and I use the mythic tarot, which are based on Greek mythology.
And I'm Carrie Beleno, spiritual life coach and intuitive Reiki master, teacher. And I am the keeper of the questions. I have collected questions that my clients have brought forward or that I see around social media, and Sue doesn't know what they are. So I'm going to pull a question for today. A big pile, and they're all stuck together. I dropped one, but maybe this is it. I am constantly berating myself. How do I stop?
The old self-esteem question.
Yep.
Again. Yeah.
And the good part about those of you watching is that if you actually know that you berate yourself on a regular basis, you are halfway up the ladder. So kudos to you for recognizing that you beat yourself up too much. So.
Okay. Well, a lot of the berating starts when we have problems. We have problems maybe within our home. We have maybe not earning enough money. Things keep breaking down and we feel out of control. So this is where the berating comes from. Because if everything is rosy and everything is going smoothly, then why would we berate ourselves? So it is born in material difficulties, things not working right, or us not getting on with the people in our inner circle, and then we take on the responsibility to get everything sorted. And if we don't get it sorted, then we're at fault. So it's I think that is where berating ourselves is born. Okay. We need to start looking at doing something different. Take up a hobby, start a business, start a new project. Do something that takes you out of this hamster wheel of I'm not good enough, and I'm obviously not succeeding because this is still wrong and that is still wrong. You need to shut the door on that. Accept the fact that, yeah, there's lots of things that aren't great. But what's popped into my head is the Jeffrey Archer, the author. I mean, him as a person is a different thing, but when he went completely broke, he went bankrupt, I think, and just memory. And then from that bankruptcy, he pulled himself up by the bootlaces and wrote the book Not a Penny More, Not a Penny Less, and then that sold like hotcakes. So it's all about how you deal with the things that go wrong, because we all have them. There's not one of us that don't have material difficulties, but it's how you deal with it. And you've got to be kind to yourself, and one of the good ways is to focus on learning something new. Get good at something new. Build your self-esteem, and that will help. There will be a period of confusion, not knowing exactly where you're going, because if you've been in the habit of berating yourself for a long time, and sometimes we pick this up because we're berated as children. We're told we're not good enough. We're not the top of the class. Or we're not good at this, we're not good at that. And when we start to build our self-esteem by starting a new project or kind of doing some study, trying to get out of that pit of beating ourselves up, then we're going to be a bit confused because we will have changed a pattern, and we'll think, what do I do now? Because there will be people still around us that, think that we are still that person that was berating themselves. So they will keep trying to push the buttons as well. A lot depends on the people we have around us. but just go with the flow. Just keep focused on this new project, this new study, this new business. Just keep focused on that, because it's going to birth some new ideas for you. This is King of Wands. I always look at him as a marketing man, or woman. It's getting off the fence. You'll find that when you stop beating yourself up, you have more energy to just be open to new creative ideas. So you'll have new ideas, and you'll be able to go out and tell people about them, and just jump off the fence and decide, which side you're going to go. You're going to go into the oh poor me field, or you can go into the oh I'm fantastic field. Because there's nothing wrong with the oh I'm fantastic field. It's not it's not ego specific. It's just acknowledging that we are unique, universal beings, and we're here for a reason. We weren't all born to walk around in misery saying, oh my goodness, I burnt the toast today, I'm a terrible person. That's not what we're here for. So decide which of the fields you're going to jump into, and hopefully you pick the one that I've got some good ideas, and these ideas could benefit people. Let me tell people about them. And when we do that, we have joy and validation of a commitment. We give 100% to whatever it is we plan to do, and we can pat ourselves on the back, and we know that we've done well, and people will be celebrating, because you'll have come out of it. It's like quicksand. This berating ourselves, it's like quicksand, and you get into it and it drags you deeper and deeper and deeper. And this new project, and maybe the people that involved with it, or the new things you'll be doing, that is the rope that you can hang on to drag yourself out. And when you start dragging yourself out, you'll find people that will help pull that rope, will help drag you out. And yes, there are the old people who have got used to the person you were, and some of them might never treat you differently. But you will have more and more people who never knew you as the person that berates themselves and looks down on themselves. And they will just accept you as this new person, the one with the great ideas, who has reason to celebrate. And then from that, there's new projects. And in the cave there is a Hierophant. And the Hierophant is, who am I? What's my purpose? Why am I here on this planet at this time? And there's new projects that aren't specifically about money. It's not about getting a job to pay the bills and things. It's about finding something that is purposeful, something that you are so driven to do. And this is so many exciting things if you can just stop beating yourself up. And because it's quite a selfish thing if you look at it from another perspective, because it's like, oh poor me, I need support, I need help, I never do anything right. But that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. As soon as you start with the negative, then you attract more situations, more people who will promote and support that negative. But when you decide to turn and say, look, okay, I feel I'm really terrible, but I'm going to go to that art class tonight, or I'm going to go and learn Spanish, or but something that will take your mind off. It will break the energy. I know if one day I feel a bit down, what I do, I pick up a book, or I'll put on Netflix or something, because it breaks the energy, and you're then focused on something else. So this is the thing: if you berate yourself, focus on something else that you've got control over. It won't happen overnight, and it's a long journey, especially if you've been doing it for many years. But focus on something else and give that your energy instead. And those are the cards.
Wow, I'm not sure what I have to say because you said it all so well, but I am going to look everybody in the eye right now and be really super blunt. This time, that this last 4 months that we have all experienced has been a giant wake-up call. And we have to act differently toward ourselves. We have to feel differently toward ourselves. Life is too short, and these 4 months have proven how fragile our human experience is right now. So I'm gonna Bob Newhart, this dates me a little. Bob Newhart has an episode, and it's really tongue in cheek. It's a little unclassy. However, he was a psychotherapist, and it's my favorite episode, and he says, "Stop it." Every time the woman's like, "But I can't help doing this, help feeling this, and I can't help beating myself up, and I can't," and his response to all of it is just stop it. So I'm going to give you that little nudge. Stop it. It is time for you to pick yourself up from the bus stop. We have left ourselves there. We have gotten onto this hamster wheel of emotional distress, emotional, I feel it, but I don't know if I can find the words, that has caused us to blame ourselves for everything in the world, blame ourselves for everything in our relationships, blame ourselves for everything in our family, and it has paralyzed us. It has stopped us from taking action on what our heart is telling us to do. And one quote that came up while you were speaking, Sue, was the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. And that's what came up just before you said about doing something new. And that breaks the insanity cycle. Try something new, because as important as I choked, the confidence boost or the ego boost, the self-worth boost, the emotional boost that you will get from trying something new and serving in a new way, is also the tribe that you are going to collect. It is going to set this emotional, energetic ripple effect for people to be attracted to you, and it will give you a whole new tribe of people, a whole new tribe of collaborators that will indeed see you differently and support you differently. So that new, taking on that new, is multifaceted, and it's good for you in many ways. I guess my bottom line is there's no time left to waste. So do what you love, try something new, find new people, do the best you can in every minute. And if you fall short by your expectations or someone else's expectations, then try it again a different way. But don't hold self-reproach for anything that you have done or anything that you're in the middle of right now, because it's time to birth something new.
I think it's all been said.
Yeah, me too.
So bye from me.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to share and subscribe, especially share this on your social media platforms if it resonates with you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.